Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna do something a little bit more different. We're gonna do a foundation review. So I think everybody been waiting for this foundation to come out for a very long time now, and I think it's really worth the wait. It really is worth the wait. Have you figured out which foundation we're reviewing today? Well, I'll give you a minute while I finish my smoothie. And remember to use a metal straw because plastic kill turtles. And oh wait, if you're reading the title, you probably know what foundation it is. Okay, so let's get started, and you guessed it, the foundation we're gonna do review today is from the mother of it all, Pat McGrath. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. But before we get started, I just wanna say that this video is not sponsored. I actually went out to Sephora and purchased the products because I love Pat McGrath and I love the brand. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to get started is she did come out with 36 different colors, universal color choice, and 5 shade level. Custom curate for all skin type, tone and undertone. What's that mean is there are light, light medium, medium, medium deep, and deep. And within each category, there are about 7 different shade range. And the color that I picked for my skin tone, I think is a perfect match. It's actually from light medium 14. Yeah, yes, light medium 14. So let's start with the packaging. I haven't opened the package, so we're gonna try this together. So within the first thing you see in the package, it says Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation Fondant. Did I say that right? Fondant. Beautiful, perfecting coverage. Weightless texture, sublime satin finish, runway tested. Mother approved. Universal formula for all skin type. Oil free, paraben free, and fragrant free. Fragrant free, yeah. And the first, within the ingredient, the first thing that I noticed with the other ingredient is water-based. So is it going to be from similar to the water-based foundation from Makeup Forever or from the MAC water-based foundations? We'll see. And just to start out with this video, I guess, let's open the package. This is so exciting. So I haven't really tried the foundation, so this is going to be my first time trying, so I'm going to give you an honest review. If I like it, if I don't, I love Pat McGrath, but if this foundation is okay. So to start out with the packaging, there's this kit. It's gold on black. It's really traditional Pat McGrath. It's all gold foil, and I love a good packaging, and this is like 110 on packaging. She works so much on her packaging, is crazy. I'm so obsessed with the packaging. And this is how it's gonna be open. It reminds you of like a cigarette box. And there's the foundations right inside. Just gonna open like that, and it pops out. Oop. So this foundation bottle is made out of glass, and it says Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation Fondant. Okay. So the quality of this glass is really nice. It's really heavy. It's have like a good weight to it. It feels expensive, and have you guessed the price of it? It is expensive. So the total price of this one is actually $68 US. $68 US. And with tax, that's about to be 70 something. So this is gonna be more like a pricier foundations compared to any other high brand from like Dior or from Giorgio Armani. They're more about like 55, 56, around there. So this is gonna be more like a really high-end brand foundations. It's really up there. Bougie. foundations. So once you open, there is a pump. Thank God, because it is 2019, so if I'm not sure any other brand that doesn't have a pump, get with it. First, hold on, I forgot to put on my primer. Be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I just put on my regular primer. Totally forgot. Let's try that again. So when you open the Pat McGrath, and with the first pump, it's really liquidy, but it's more like a water base, so it's gonna run a little bit, which is fine. So just to start out, this nourishing formulation is crafted with a Vita Serum complex designed to help fight the formations of wrinkle by preserving the hydrolipid hydrolipidemic film barrier, something like that, of the skin. This complex boosts hydration by activating the natural productions of hyaluronic acid and ceramide. Diamond Coat Powder technology improves skin texture by optical smoothing, blurring, and appearance of fine line and imperfections. Can't damn read today. An illuminating soft focus pigment blend into the formulation, converted with a scattered light, emulate the effect of healthy, youthful complexion. Formulate without paraben, talc, or fragrance, oil free. So you say oil free, but it does have a scent to it. I guess it's just more like a foundation scent. It's just a foundation scent. There is something in it. It's not that bad though, just regular foundations. So base of this one, they're gonna use for like the runway finish, runway tested, mother proof. So the way they do foundation on the runway, they don't use brushes. The reason why is because they have to run through a lot of models, like 10 models or a lot of models to do for the runway show. So they don't want to spend all that time to cleaning brushes, and a lot of models don't want the makeup artist to touch their face with brushes either, because they're not sure if that's a clean brush or not, which I don't blame them, because a lot of runway girls, even though they look flawless on the runway, some do come with a little bit more blemishes, so you don't want that to be going around. Yeah, so that's why a lot of makeup artists on the runway only use their hands. So that's what we're going to do today on one side, and the other side we're going to try to do brushes, which I'm usually going to do. So let's get started, and then I have one more part. So I'm just going to start out with, fingers. I'm going to apply half of my face with fingers and trying to blend that in with just fingers. So the foundation is really light. I don't want to compare it to like the NARS Sheer Glow foundation, but it's very similar. Usually I'm not really into using my finger to apply foundations, but because I don't feel like it's gonna get that even, but you can still get that flawless finish. So this is one coat of it, and I feel like it doesn't really cover a lot with using your fingers. The color and the pigment is perfect. I think this is the perfect tone for my complexions. It's like medium 14. So compared to this side and this side, they give you really great color, but the coverage is buildable. Just gonna go in another coat. So it's definitely buildable foundations. So that is from applying with the fingers. Now I'm just gonna go to the other side and applying it with a brush. So the brush today I'm gonna use is from the Hourglass brush collections. And regularly I always go in with a brush first and then go in with a beauty blender. And I feel like if you go in with a brush first, it's going to give you a little bit more even coat, and then go in with a beauty blender just to finish and press everything in. And I do have more like a normal to drier skin, and right now my skin actually is dry. And I believe this foundation is good for medium coverage, natural finish. It's good for normal, dry to combination, and oily, so practically every skin type. So now first look of it from both sides, one with a finger and one with a brush. Just gonna go in a little bit more. I think I prefer using it with a brush because I'm kind of used to it. So overall finish is really nice. It looks like skin tone. And I think this is one of the foundations that actually match my skin tone for a long time. I usually have to blend one color with another color, which I don't mind, but this is matching perfectly. I feel like I'm one of those who have that weird skin tone that's like yellow, olive, medium to skin tone, light, medium. It's like right between there that it's really hard to find a color. So you usually have to mix them. Either it's going to be too yellow or it's going to be too pink. Majority is too pink or red. So, and now just make everything even. I'm just going to go in with a beauty blender on both sides to see what happens. So I feel like it's self-set. It does take a little bit of time to dry down, but once it's dried down, it gives you that natural finish, so you don't really need to use with a powder. So I feel like this foundation is one of those, you just run out the house, put on your fingers, put it all over, and you don't really have to use powder to set it. It'll be perfect because such sheer foundation will give you a little bit more medium coverage, beautiful to full coverage, and nobody would notice that it is you wearing any makeup. It'll be super good for that no makeup day. This foundation would be so perfect for it. So what do you think? It does dry down really nice though. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and complete my foundation routine using any concealer and my regular foundation routine, and I'm gonna be right back to tell you my final verdicts. So I'll be right back. And I think that's about it. I think that's more like a runway skin. It's really easy, really light, minimal powder. But I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup, my whole makeup routine, how I usually do them, and I'll be right back to give you the final verdict to see if I love it or if I don't. Be right back. Okay guys, I am back with my final and finished makeup look. So this makeup look actually inspired also from Pat McGrath, done for Kim Kardashian when she first launched her makeup brand at Sephora. So I have a story for you. So actually the first time when Pat McGrath launched her collections, it's actually also launched in our store in Sephora Hollywood. So I was there with Pam McGrath since the very beginning when she launched her collections. So I pretty much get to try on every single product there is, and everything was absolutely amazing. I actually still have one of the original Pam McGrath Lab Skin Fetish. This is the first product that she launched, and I still have it in full package. I really don't want to open it. I'm going to keep this in this package for now. I still have every single color that she launched when it first came out, and I believe I have a picture of me standing next to Pam McGrath stand when it first launched in Sephora. I'm gonna add it to the link somewhere right over here. But yeah, so I've been with Pam McGrath since like the very beginning. I feel like this is a special foundation for me to try because I followed her for such a long time, from all the way from fashion design, because my background was in fashion. So I follow her in fashion, doing all the makeup for all the runway, and another one that a lot of people didn't know, that she does majority of all the makeup for Vogue magazine and a lot of other magazines that is featured. And here's my final look for the Pam McGrath Lab foundations. So for me, this foundation is actually gonna be one of my new favorite foundations because it fit my skin tone perfectly. Like I said before, my skin tone is really hard for me to find like a right color. Not every single brand have like an Asian color with like olive skin tone. Either it's too red, too pink, not enough like combination of like yellow and olive, so it's never really like match my skin tone. Especially for more like high-end brand, they tend to be more to cater for more like a Caucasian skin tone, so it tends to be a little bit more pink. And I'm not pink, I'm more like yellow neutral, and we usually fall in that middle zone that doesn't have a lot of color. But I'm so glad that Pam McGrath have a color for me that's perfect fit. Like this is down to the T perfect, like it's amazing. For the finish, she said that the finish in here is for dry, oily, no more combinations. I feel like since the foundation itself is more like a self-set foundations, you don't need a lot of powder. But I feel like because I use a lot of powder, so it's get a little bit dry. So as for the foundation itself, I think it's perfect for everybody, every skin tone, every skin type. For drier skin, I would recommend using a little bit more hydration underneath with your skin prep, using a little bit more heavier in heavier in moisturizer. That would help this foundations glide on your skin a little bit more better and keep your skin a little bit more hydrated. I feel like it's a little bit on the dry side, not a lot, just a little bit for drier skin tone. I would recommend using a little extra moisturizer. I'll add in a little bit more oil to help it more hydrate for your skin. But I would definitely recommend using this foundations for all occasions. And I know it's a little bit more pricey. This foundation is costing about $6 to $8 at Sephora, but I have a little bit tip for you. So with Sephora, it's gonna be $6 to $8 plus 9.25 tax. That's gonna be $77.25. But if you go into PamMcGrath.com, you can have 10% off when you signed up to Pam McGrath and give her the email. You're gonna have 10% off, so it's gonna get you a little bit more cheaper. So get a little bit more affordable, 10% off, not bad. So with this makeup look, I did try on with my regular primer and powder. She does come out with her new primer and powder for the whole collections. It's a whole with the new brushes and highlighter. So hopefully I'm gonna try that. The reason why I didn't get the primer is because primer usually don't really work for my skin tone. I feel like it's just gonna fall in to my pores and make my skin a little bit more drier since I have a little bit more drier skin. So I didn't get the chance to try that one, but I might gonna go in and get a sample or something. I'll purchase the primer to try it because I didn't wanna, it is more pricier size. I think it's $60 for the primer, I don't want to spend that much to try a primer that I didn't really like. So that's why maybe I'm gonna try it. Maybe we're gonna try this foundation one more time. I'm gonna give you a few more try on a future makeup look, but so far everything looked pretty good. What do you think? How do you feel about it? And I believe that is it for this week foundations review on the new McGrath Skin Fetish Foundations. Let me know how you like the foundations on the comments right down below. But so far, I like it. So until next week, bye bye.